Hey guys, so I'm back at it with another eye look. This is what we're going to be doing. I already started carving out my brow. No, I do not have a brow routine because honestly, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to change up the shape so I have a little bit more room on my outer corner so they look a little bit more lifted. But no, I don't do my brows the same way every day. Most days I don't fill them in at all, so I'm not one of those YouTubers that, you know, how do I want to say this? I'm not a real beauty YouTuber. I just come on here because I love makeup, honestly. I ain't trying to teach you nothing. I'm just trying to show you what I be doing, and maybe you like the color combination, maybe you like the technique. All I know is I'm learning myself, so I have no business trying to teach nobody nothing about makeup. So, yeah. So I'm just using my ABH Contour palette in the salmon and yellow shades to prime my eye. Then I'm just going to use my finger and press that down onto the lid. You already know, watery as fuck eyes, so hopefully this lasts. We'll see. I put a waterproof eyeliner in my waterline, and I brought it down to my lower lash line, and then I set it with shadow, so hopefully it's going to keep my shadow on that outer corner of my eye. We'll see. My eyes don't feel super watery today, but whenever I start applying makeup and manipulating them, they do start to get irritated. Alright, so I'm going to be using black lipstick again today to do my base. You guys know I do this with pretty much all of my darker looks. Basically, the black is just going to give everything a more shadow, deep, sultry kind of look. If you want something to be brighter, you go in with a lighter color. If you're using a majority of red pigment, then you could probably use red lipstick, because I've done that before. And I always say this, but disclaimer, do not use the lipstick that you use on your mouth on your eyes, because you're just asking for an eye infection. It's bad juju. Alright, so I'm keeping this very low on my eye. And I'm not applying very much because I'm actually going to blend it out. I don't really typically do this part, but today I decided to blend it out. Basically what you got to make sure you don't do is blend it up too high, because then this area will be all gray toned, and you don't want that. You just want the dark parts near your eyelid. So as you blend, just switch up your fingers so you're not bringing the pigment up too high. So that's about it right there. Not as dark as I usually go, because I want to make sure that my glitter looks kind of bright, but I still, like I said, I want that sultry look. Alright, so first, let me see if I can remember what I did. Alright, so first I'm going to go in with, I didn't even tell you the palette I'm using. I'm using a Colourpop palette. This is the X's and O's palette. This is not new, but I'm not really buying any makeup, even though I will say I did purchase a Pat McGrath palette, so when that comes in, I will be showing you that. I purchased a Bronze Seduction one. Super excited. Hopefully it's good quality. Anyway, this is the palette that I'm using today. So I'm first going to be going in with the shade Reckless right here on my outer and inner corner. And then I'm going to blend it out with this shade right here, which is Stay Golden, which is actually not golden at all. So, update on my life. Shops are open here in Michigan, but I'm mostly staying home. I'm not trying to be going up where there's a whole bunch of people, because, you know, look, a person can be responsible, but people in general, they don't give a fuck. So I went to Ulta to return some stuff because I bought that Tammy Times Revolution palette, the Carnival one, from a couple years ago, and I was trying to follow a Make Me Up Missa video which I'll leave her handle right here on the screen. She's really talented. Love her. Anyway, I was trying to follow her video, and it just was not working out for me. Am I using the wrong brush? I might be using the wrong brush. No, I think I'm using the right brush. No, I think I'm using the right brush. Sorry, guys. Usually I have my brushes set out to, like, in the order that I use them, but I forgot to do that before I started filming. Either way, I was trying to make those pigments work, and I gave up. So I returned that palette because makeup is not supposed to be frustrating. But has anyone else had issues with Revolution palettes? Because this is the second one I bought. I don't know if you guys remember, I tried to use the mint chocolate mini palette, and that just was terrible too. So tell me if maybe I'm using them wrong. Give me some suggestions. Like I said, I already returned it, but if I see something from Revolution that I like, because I know Tammy's coming out with another palette and it's super colorful, so leave some suggestions down below and let me know how you guys use it and make it work, because I'm just, let me center you, I'm just at a loss right now. So now I'm going in with that Stay Golden shade, and I'm just tapping it along the perimeter of Reckless. Now, the whole reason I bought this palette is for the Reckless shade. I kind of wish they just had this shade by itself, because I actually have a lot of these kind of burgundy shadows in my Huda Beauty palette. But honestly, I think I like the Colourpop palette better, this one, over the Huda Beauty Rich Nudes palette, because the Huda Beauty ones, they are super hard pressed, okay? So they are very difficult to blend out and things like that. So this palette is not so hard pressed, and you get more shadows for your buck. So, all right, so, and then I'm going to go in with the shade Hookie right here on a fluffier brush, and then blend out the edges of this look. One thing I do with my smokier eyes is I like to place the shadow down first by stamping it on, and then after I don't have a lot of pigment on my brush, because I'll wipe my brush on a washcloth that I have on my lap. You can use a paper towel too, but where'd that go? Sorry, random cut. Okay, so I just clean off my brush, or it's not really clean, but I get a lot of the pigment off my brush on the towel on my leg, and then just use it to blend out. Now, some people have asked me why I use this tiny ass mirror. It's because I'm blind. I can't, like, I can see myself, but I can't see detail as well as when I have this mirror in front of my face. So sorry if it's distracting, but I can't help it. I'm blind. I mean, I don't wear glasses. I probably should, but like, it doesn't affect my daily life, but just when I'm, you know, up close and personal trying to get blends correct, it's just a little bit more difficult when the mirror is farther away. All right, so now I'm using my Sephora MicroSmooth powder in the shade Sand on a super big fluffy brush, and just blending out the edges. And this is basically the way that I get the gradient effect on my smokier eye looks. Not just smoky eyes, I do this pretty much for every look, but when it comes with dark colors, this is the way I find that works best for me. Of course, you can use any foundation powder. This is just the one I have and I like to use. Now, when you're doing this, you're going to notice that some of your other eyeshadows are being blended away. If you just go back and reapply. That's what a smoky eye is, just a whole shit ton of blending, which is okay, because, you know, I find the blending part very like, what's the word? I just had a brain fart. Very relaxing, even though I hate blending my eyeshadow. Don't get it twisted. Like, I ain't gonna sit here forever and blend my eyeshadow, but I like the process. I guess I should say I don't like blending my eyeshadow when it's not working with me. Like that Tammy Revolution palette, look, I tried using it twice, 2 different ways. I tried it on dry eyeshadow base. I tried it on a wet eyeshadow base. I tried using the lipstick underneath it instead of just my regular Anastasia base. And I tried it with concealer, and I just could not get it to work. I was so excited about that palette too. Like, I was super excited because I follow the Plastic Boy. His name is Gary. He's a UK influencer, and so is Tammy, because Revolution is a UK brand. So I hadn't even heard of her until Gary mentioned that she was coming out with another collaboration with Revolution. Apparently she's had 3. I don't know where the first one is, but the Carnival one was her second one, and then the third one that's about to drop, it's not available at Ulta yet, at least not in the States. The third one that's about to drop is supposed to be super, super, like, more warmer tones than her Carnival palette. So I was really excited about it. I was like, oh, let me try the one that's out right now. And it just didn't work for me. So what I'm doing now is just going back in with Reckless and then that Stay Golden shade to blend it out. Like I said, just a whole lot of blend, reapply, blend. And I am going to clean up this outer corner because I don't want it extended so far out for this look. So where do you guys stay, and what is the atmosphere like where you stay? Are your shops opening too, or are you guys like still like really locked down? I think in most states right now, as I'm filming this, today is July 3rd. I think most states are open except for a few southern states like Texas. I know Texas and Florida are closing back down because Rona cases have skyrocketed again. Look, I am so tired of Rona. Don't get it twisted. I'm still gonna wear my mask and social distance, but I am so tired of this virus. It's like, it just will not go away. It just will not go away. It just won't go away. So it's kind of frustrating because honestly, I'm like scared to live my life, which is ridiculous, but I am. I'm scared to live my life because I'm worried that I'm going to contract something from someone if like I go in a large crowd, which I don't really like going to large crowds anyway, but I do like going out to dinner, and that requires me to go to a restaurant which tend to have a lot of people. I am supposed to be going out tonight with my girlfriend, but look, I'm still going to do it, but I'm hoping we're going to be able to sit outside. It's been really nice here in Michigan. We're in the 90s this week and next week. I'm going in with the translucent powder now. This week and the next week, so it's going to suck going to work because sometimes I work outside, but I mean, in general, for like the masses, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, so I just felt like doing my makeup real quick. I'll probably do my foundation too. We'll see. I'm not sure. I have all my foundation stuff out, so we'll see if I feel like it. I mentioned in a few of my videos I just am not mentally, like, I don't want to do too much, right? I like doing my eye makeup because that's where I can be the most creative. Complexion is just like, you know, do the same thing every time, but I love doing my eye makeup because I can, you know, switch things up do different colors and different shapes and stuff like that. So that's why I tend to like doing my eye makeup more than my face makeup. Just in case you were wondering why I have so many eye makeup videos rather than face. So I just took a little bit of a makeup wipe to get rid of that edge, and then I'm just going to apply more shadow like I was before. I'm going to do all this off camera. Apply more shadow, that Reckless shade, then Stay Golden, and then the Hookie shade. And then once again, go back in with that super fluffy brush and round out that edge. And then when I come back, we'll work on the lower lash line and then add some shimmer. So I will be right back. Okay, so I blended out that outer corner a bit, not too much because I'm gonna have to go back in and blend some more after I add some more pigment on my outer corner. Now the X's and O's palette doesn't have a black. I think that's what it's missing. It needs a black. So I'm going in with my 7 Deadly Sins palette from the Glam Goth, from Glam Goth Beauty, and I'm going to be applying the shade Death. You guys know I rave about this shade. The shade Death, best matte black ever. And I'm going to be going in with that, 1 tap of that because it's super pigmented, and then 1 tap of the shade Reckless. And I'm going to stamp it on the outer and inner corner of my eye, just like that. As you can see, it deepens up very nicely. And I'm bringing it out past my lash line because y'all know my eyes are watery AF. And then I'm going to do the same thing for my inner corner. 1 hit of Death and 1 hit of Reckless. Tap off the excess and go in on the inner corner. Now I'm not applying too much because I might have to go in with more after I apply the shimmer on the lid, but I'm just trying to deepen up that outer corner and then just tapping it along the top of my mobile lid. Just like that. Now I know it looks unblended right here, so I'm going to go back in with that Stay Golden shade and just press that just like that. And blend that out. All right, bottom lash line. I'm using whatever's left on that concealer brush where I applied the cream products from ABH on my top lid. I'm just using whatever is left on the brush for my bottom. Just pressing that out. Going in with the IT Cosmetics Waterproof No Tug Liner in black. And lining my bottom waterline pretty heavily because I'm bringing it lower than my actual waterline, and I'm putting it in that corner because you know my eyes water, so hopefully doing this is going to prevent the watering of my eyes from washing away my eyeshadow. And like I said, I bring it below my waterline into my lashes. And then I'm also going to tight line my upper waterline. Now, if you don't know why people do this, it's to make your lashes look thicker. That's basically all it does. And it gives a nice smoky effect. Just in case you were wondering why people subject themselves to almost poking themselves in the eye. All right. Okay. And then going back in with the shade Reckless. Back in with the shade Reckless. Not adding any Death yet. I'm just doing Reckless. I have cat hair everywhere. Oh my god. Okay. And stamping that right on top of that liner where I applied it on my lashes. Like so. And that's just going to give Reckless a really smoky look, as you can see. Make it look super dark. And then when I add my bottom lash mascara, it's going to look even darker. Y'all know I love me a good smoky eye. Like, I love smoky eyes. I ain't never going to stop. Ain't never going to stop. All right, and then I'm going in with Stay Golden. Just like on the top lash line, just stamping it. On my lower lash line, not bringing it down too low because I am going to go in and blend these both out with that Hookie shade. And then just rounding out that outer corner. But not too much because I don't want it to extend too far out. And I don't want it to bring my eye down. I want it to be up like this. So I'm actually going to take my makeup wipe again with my finger and just tap along the edge right here. The edge of my eye, just like that. And then I'm going to dry it and then reapply some more of that Reckless shade and make sure it angles my eye up rather than pulls it down. And then I'm just going in with that foundation powder and blending that out on the bottom lash line. Now as you can see, this is a little bit more pinky than this side, so all I'm going to do is add a little bit more Stay Golden and press that right here, and then just go in with the same brush that I used to apply Hookie without adding any more product. And once again, just stamping it, but just trying to stay a little higher than I did before so it doesn't bring my eye down. Alright, so what I did on this eye is I added a little bit of a wing. Now I think I've said this in a previous video. I hate doing wings on my right eye. I'm right-handed, so you would think it would be easier, but it's not for some reason. So I'm going to go off camera and do that. And then I'm going to come back and we are going to add the shimmer. The shimmer I'm going to be using is the shade Rookie. Right here. And I am going to be laying down some glitter glue because I think it helps the shimmer really pop on my eye and keep it on my eye rather than having a crap ton of fallout. So I'm going to be doing that on a majority of my eye, as you can see here. And then I'm going to be going in with the shade Know Better right here. And that's going to be on my inner corner. So let me show you these shades. Know Better and Rookie. So this is Rookie. Let's see if you can see that. This is the shade Rookie and this is the shade Know Better. Let me just do some swatches for you. So pretty. So on camera, Rookie is looking a little bit more orangish, but it's got like a pink kind of, it's got like pink shimmers in it. And then Know Better is pretty much just like a silvery pink. So I'm going to go off camera and do the swing, and then I'll come back to apply those two shimmers. All right, so I just applied the shimmer. So all I'm gonna do now is take the brush that I used to apply Stay Golden and blend out the top part of my mobile lid with it, just like that. And I'm also going to take the same brush that I used to apply Reckless on my bottom lash line. Take a little bit of Reckless again and just stamp it on the edge of that shimmer. So it's kind of like faking a cut crease. It's not really a cut crease, but the Reckless shade is going to define that shimmer and give the eye a little bit more definition. If you see what I mean. Do you see? Do you see? I'm going to darken this up just a little bit more, just because I love a smoky outer corner. And then just taking that brush where I used the shade Stay Golden, not adding any extra product, and just blending that a bit better. Bringing it on my lower lash line too. And then taking a little bit of Hookie, just going like this. All right, and then lastly, what I did was I took a teeny tiny little brush and went in with the shade Death and Reckless and stamped it along my top lash line. Because I am wearing a liner, but that was just to define my lashes. This is going to give me like just a shadow along my top lash line without actually like looking like a defined liner. Does that make any sense? If it doesn't, I'm sorry, but you can see what I mean. Like, do you guys see how much smokier it is on the top part of this eye as opposed to this one? That's what that little line right above my lashes is gonna do. So I love my long lashes, I love them, but when I'm trying to do stuff on my upper lash line, they get in the way. They're so annoying sometimes, but I wouldn't trade them for anything. I love having naturally long lashes. It saves me a lot of money from having to buy false lashes when I want a super dramatic lash look. Alright, so this is what the eye is looking like before I apply my mascara. And then with mascara. Alright, so I was going to do my foundation for this video, but now my eye is deciding to act up, so I'm not. Anyway, let me give you a close-up on the eyes one more time. Alright, so if you guys like this video, then please give me a big thumbs up. Press the subscribe button down in the description box so you don't miss any more content from me. Sorry that this is just an eye look, but as you can see, my eye is like, not today, girl, not today. Anyway, yeah, there's gonna be videos popping up right here. Pop, dot, dot. Right there and right there. Right there and right there. Support your girl, okay? And I hope to see you in the next one. I know I say this in almost every video now, but I'm eventually gonna have a foundation routine out. Eventually. Anyway, guys,